we're expecting brand new developments into the federal government's lawsuit against the sanctuary policies in the city of Chicago and all of Illinois. Governor J.B. Pritzker holding a news conference very soon. NewsNation will be there. The Department of Justice filing suit over what they're calling obstruction of ICE operations. It's the first major challenge from the Fed against Democratic-led cities and states. Someone with a major stake in all of this, Alderman of Chicago's 15th Ward, Raymond Lopez, joining me right now. Good to see you, Alderman, again. It's been a little while, but I really want to hear from you as a Democrat and someone who deals quite closely with the mayor, Brandon Johnson. Obviously, he said that, ICE coming in is opposing Chicago's humanity. So there are calls for compassion for these people who've come into the country illegally. But do you think that there is any argument that this lawsuit that the federal government is filing is justified?
I think, and first off, good morning, Adrian. We can be compassionate to those who want to pursue the American dream. That is our choice. But I think the values of Chicago are very clear, that we don't need to provide sanctuary. We don't need to provide refuge to child sexual predators, to human traffickers, and to dangerous criminals, both to our city and to our nation. And that's exactly what this lawsuit gets to the heart at, is that, by refusing to share data and to let immigration and federal enforcement officers know when we have arrested dangerous individuals, we are intentionally trying to thwart the federal government for doing its constitutional duties to protect the nation. And that's explicitly written out in this 24-page document that was filed yesterday. I think there are serious grounds for the federal government moving forward to go after the state, county, and the city. And what's at stake here isn't just the criminal part, but the entire welcoming ordinance as well for the city of Chicago.
Yeah, and there are a lot of folks in Chicago who have opposed the immigration policies of this mayor, of this governor. But this is the statement that's being released from Governor Pritzker's office. It says in part, the Bipartisan Illinois Trust Act, signed into law by a Republican governor, has always been compliant with federal law and still is today, adding, Illinois will defend our laws that prioritize police resources for fighting crime while enabling state law enforcement to assist with arresting violent criminals. However, Tom Homan, the border czar for the Trump administration, has said that cities like Chicago have not allowed ICE agents to do their job and to go in. In fact, they won't even allow them to go into the jails to get to these foreign criminals who have a violent history and retrieve them from those jails. What's your response?
The rhetoric doesn't match reality, whether it's coming from Pritzker, whether it's coming from County Board President Tony Preckwinkle or Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson. All of them say that nothing stops the federal government from going after those individuals. Yet when immigration detainers are given to state prisons, they are ignored. When the Cook County Jail is asked to release individuals into federal custody whom we know are non-citizens and are dangerous to our community, it goes unanswered. When Chicago police arrest someone, they don't even bother to ask anymore because the law doesn't allow them to determine whether or not someone is a non-citizen or not when they're committing some dangerous acts. All of that is very clear in what we do operationally, and that gets to the heart of what the federal government's issue is. Tom Homan has said numerous times, both publicly and privately, all he wants is access to individuals once we have them in custody to take them away safely. And all three levels of government are refusing to do exactly that.
What are you hearing from local law enforcement?
Our police officers who are on the front line every day are extremely frustrated. We just had an individual that was reportedly arrested, a non-citizen, arrested and released 13 different times in the last year and a half, as posted by CWB Chicago. That is incredible. That means that individual has had 12 additional opportunities to commit dangerous acts in our neighborhoods simply because we don't want to cooperate with the federal government. And what I think is important for your viewers to remember is that the target list that Tom Homan is going off of was compiled under the Biden administration. They knew we had at least 2,000 dangerous individuals in our city that were threats to our neighborhoods and our country that they allowed to come here, that they are only now going after. But yet no one is questioning why Biden allowed that to happen. They're only upset now that judgment has come.
I think a lot of people in America are wondering why there is compassion for those who are the most violent among us. Chicago Alderman Raymond Lopez, hopefully there's a lot of compassion for these neighborhoods. They're looking for it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.